So this is what happens when I get to thinking about something and I decide, well, I want to make sure I have enough of a sample size. Where you see the number 16 in red, that is where a division winner has been eliminated in the first round. Where you see a number 8 in red, a division winner has lost in the second round. There's green with a 4 if they made it to the conference finals, and I leave it green if they made it to the finals or won a Stanley Cup, and I write finals or cup. I understand that not all the divisions are spaced out the same. I apologize for that. These are the things that happen when I'm just hurriedly putting something on the board. This has been on the board since before the game, and since the first period's over, I figured I would upload this and have a little discussion, because I was thinking, like, 3 of the 4 teams that are in the conference finals right now were division winners this year. And what are the odds of that? They're not good, actually. In the era where we've had 4 divisions again, we had 4 divisions in 1998. So I went from 1998 till 2018. So 20-year period, 20 seasons. It would have been 21, but we lost 2004, 2005. 3 of the final 4 are division winners, and we don't know yet how many in the finals are going to be division winners, but it'll be the first time a division winner's been in the Stanley Cup final since the last lockout. Yeah. 13-14. Boston's out in the second round. Pittsburgh's out in the second round. Colorado's out in the first round. And Anaheim's out in the second round. Anaheim makes the Final Four twice out of the 5 times in a row that they won their division. And it's funny because Pittsburgh has won the division here and here and here. Didn't win the Stanley Cup any of those years. The Devils won the Stanley Cup in 2003. But second round, first round. Finals in 2001, first round. So winning your division hasn't equaled success before this season. Last year, first round for Montreal, first round for Chicago, famously against these Nashville Predators. Capitals second round. Anaheim makes the Final Four and then fall out against the Nashville Predators. The year before that, Anaheim and Florida go out in the first round. Washington and Dallas go out in the second. Washington is a wonder in this. First round, second round, first round, second round. And this is why people look at the Washington Capitals kind of with that lens of, how are they going to screw this up? And it's not fair to them, sure. But an interesting one, too, is what about the teams that don't win their division often? Tampa, second round, they won the Stanley Cup. They're still in the playoffs right now. So, Final Four twice out of 3 tries. And I thought about putting that on the board, too, putting all of the teams and how many times they made the Final Four out of winning their division. But it just gets crazy. Now, the interesting thing is, here you've got 6 division winners out of the 6 divisions, right? And sometimes the division had 4 teams. It was a little watered down. So you got 2 division winners in the Final Four, 3 in 2011, when Boston beat Vancouver in the Stanley Cup Finals, and both of them were division winners that year. Vancouver knocked out San Jose, who was a division winner. Boston's Final Four opponent was Tampa, who was not a division winner. They were close. And, of course, the Stanley Cup Finals were two division winners. Now, if Winnipeg loses to Vegas, we will have 2 division winners in the final because both Washington and Tampa were division winners. And that's the first time we've seen that in the East since, I'm looking down here, 2004 when it was Philly and Tampa. 2003 we had Ottawa and Jersey. And that's really it. So this is a rarity, and it's funny because we all talk about our brackets getting broken, and it looks like what broke the brackets this year is we expected upsets, and there really weren't a lot of upsets. So teams won that should have won, which threw off everybody's betting lines because that's not the way it's worked. The funny part being the 2 teams in the West, if you're betting on them at the start of the year to be anywhere near this point in the playoffs, you would have made a lot of money right now. The 2 teams in the East, you would have made less with Tampa. There was a sexy pick of Tampa being division winners and maybe Stanley Cup winners. And Washington, you would have made some money because there was a belief Washington had taken a step back among many. And that was not true. This is the first time Washington's been in the green on this entire board, and yet they're up here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. So, being a division winner, it doesn't necessarily equal success. 41 times out of all these division winners, they're eliminated in the first round by my count. 29 times, they're eliminated in the second round. You get yourself home ice in the playoffs. Usually it doesn't necessarily equal a lot of success. And in this era, definitely not. 2014, the first year after the realignment. So it's 2013. After that, we went through the realignment. So I stand corrected on that. We had a Stanley Cup finalist that won the division in the Chicago Blackhawks in 2013, the strike-shortened season, lockout-shortened season, when the Hawks just steamrolled their way to the finals and won it. And Pittsburgh made it to the Final Four, but lost to the Bruins, who were second in their division behind Montreal, and knocked Montreal out in the first round. That's after Boston had been first in their division in 2012 and were out in the first round the year before. So, winning your division doesn't mean a whole lot, is my point here, and this year it does. So I wanted to say, all right, how many times has this happened in the last 20 years? It hasn't happened when there's been 4 divisions. When there were 6, there have been 3, there's never been 4. So you can be pretty secure in betting that one of the 4 division winners won't make it to the Final Four. And up until this year, you had a pretty darn good shot if you only picked 2 or less. You had a better shot at being right than being wrong. In 2000, Philly, Dallas, and Colorado make it to the Final Four. 2001, New Jersey and Colorado. 2002, Colorado, Detroit, and Carolina. This is the weird part, is that the Southeast Division produces 2 Stanley Cups and a finalist. The Atlantic Division winners, 2 finalists and 1 Cup winner. The Northeast Division, 1 Cup winner and no other finalists. The Pacific Division, you got a Cup here for Anaheim. You've got a Cup for Dallas and a final for Dallas as well. And in the Northeast, you've got a Cup for Colorado and a finals for Vancouver. So in the time that we had 6 divisions, the most successful of the division winners, it's the Central, but it's not by as much as you might think. Central got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 finalists. The Southeast, that was seen as just weak, had 2 Cups and 1 finalist. And the Northwest, which was seen as stronger, 1 finalist, 1 Stanley Cup. Pacific, 2 Cups, 1 finalist. And over in the Northeast, 1 Stanley Cup, no finalists. So there you go. It's just an interesting little chart I threw together, and I figured I could do a quick video on it, and where division winners normally finish. This year is an unusual year. You can bet that next year everything's going to go all topsy-turvy again, but right now, this is kind of a fun thing to look at, because I've been thinking about it over the last few days. Like, this just seems really unusual that we're seeing so many division winners in the conference finals. And that's why people are surprised. Not because there's all kinds of upsets, but because there really wasn't any. The only non-division winner in here is Winnipeg, and they finished 3 points back in Nashville. And really, they should have been a division winner. In any other division they win, because they were in the same division as Nashville, they didn't. So, 4 of the top 5 teams in the league for seeding, if you want to look at it that way, made it to this round. It is a highly unusual playoffs, and yeah, there you go. So, just a little something. I can't put up finalists because at the time I'm recording this, we don't know who's in the finals yet. We're just in the Final Four, but we'll find out. And this is something I will definitely be revisiting here and there, and doing some other research just with where standings end up and who ends up in what round and where and what, because it's fun. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. I'll talk to you guys again soon. And yeah, kind of fun. I'm wearing a Florida Panthers with the broken stick, courtesy of one of the patrons. I got that today, so kind of a fun little item to add to the collection. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.